You're welcome to today's episode of Chronicles of a Nigerian Woman. My name is Fagbeja, and today I'll be reading Bola's story. I lost my mother when I was 10 years old. My world seemed to stop moving at that point. We were 3 girls and I was the middle child. We were a close-knit family, so it was easy for us to talk to our dad, and he tried to fill the gap as much as he could. About 2 years after Mom died, Dad got remarried. We met Auntie Abby a few times before that, and she seemed alright, but we did not like the fact that she was coming to replace our mom, so we did not open up to her, hoping that Dad would give up the relationship because of that. Before Dad married her, he called a meeting and spoke to us about how it was tough for him to cope alone with us, and how he needed the companionship too. He asked us how we felt about her, and we simply said she was okay, because to be honest, there was nothing she had done to any of us. And so he went ahead with the wedding. They had a modest ceremony that was mainly attended by family members. Tola, my older sister, was not welcoming to Auntie Abby at all, and she made it clear in subtle ways that she did not want to be friends with her. She was polite and civil, but nothing more. And Tola had a lot of influence over Fola, our youngest sister, who was also Dad's pet. So Fola was also quite unfriendly with Auntie Abby. I felt caught in between. So while I was not distant like Tola or unfriendly like Fola, I was reserved around her, in spite of my normally bubbly and extroverted personality. Auntie Abby did not seem to notice. She was nice to us, but also firm. She told us off when we behaved badly and insisted on house chores for each of us. Before she came, Dad had gotten a woman to do chores around the house and cook bulk meals, which we stored in the freezer. And so, we did not do much housework, and my dad was not strict about bedtimes and routines. Auntie Abby changed all that when she joined the family. She told Dad that we did not need any help since we were all old enough. She cooked major meals but made us cook easy things, and she insisted that we stay in the kitchen while she cooked. She was very firm on the amount of time we spent watching television, and she insisted we went to bed by 9 p.m. and woke up by 6 a.m. every day for prayers. Even though at weekends she would take us out to get snacks, make our hair, and buy necessities at the supermarket, we were put off by her strictness, and we gossiped about it behind her back. We concluded that she was like that because we were not her children, and that made us stay away from her even more. About 2 years after being married to Dad, Auntie Abby gave birth to her first child, a boy, Femi, and then another one, Remy, about 2 years later. Tola was about 17 when our youngest brother was born. I was 16 and Fola was 13. Auntie Abby had hired a help right after Femi was born. She ran a fashion design business, so the help would go with her to work to look after the baby. And this continued until they were both old enough to go to the crèche. We loved the boys so much and often discussed amongst ourselves how they were the only good thing that came out of the marriage. As they grew older, we started to notice how firm Auntie Abby was with them. They even got spanked when they were disobedient or when they lied. Auntie Abby had never spanked any of us, so this was a new side of her that we were seeing. It was only then that it started to occur to us that she may not have been so mean to us after all. By this time as well, Tola and I were in the university, so we had seen some of the benefits of Auntie's firmness. There was barely anything that either of us could not cook, and we found it easy to adhere to our tight school schedules. Over time, we began to soften up towards Auntie Abby, and we began to spend more time with her. In fact, we bought her things when we were coming back from school, and we grew to enjoy her company so much. I am married now, and I have 2 daughters. Auntie Abby is my closest ally. I call her to get all the tips I need, and we can talk for hours. In retrospect, I realize how hard we must have made life for her at that time and how much she must have persevered. I am so grateful that she did not give up on us because of how childish we were. She did everything for us that our mom would have done if she had been alive, and I love her for it. Don't you just love happy endings? Please share your thoughts about Auntie Abby and the girls in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my stories.